At 6 feet 3 1/2 inches, weighing in at 246 pounds. His record stands at 14 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. Fighting out of Marina del Rey, California, by way of Porto Alegre, Brazil. Please welcome the 2-time Jiu-Jitsu world champion and one of MMA's most dangerous and decorated submission artists, introducing Fabricio Werdum. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, standing at 6 feet 4 inches, weighing in at 256 pounds. His record stands at 34 wins, 11 losses, and 1 no contest. From Amsterdam in the Netherlands, please welcome the only man to simultaneously hold world titles in K1 and MMA. Here is the K1 World Grand Prix champion and the explosive Strikeforce heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the Demolition Man, Alistair Overeem. And now introducing our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Leon Roberts.
Center of the cage. Okay, gentlemen, I explain the rules to you backstage. You both know exactly what I expect, okay? Protect yourselves at all times, obey my instructions at all times. If I ask you to break, I expect a good, clean break. Any questions here? Any questions here? Fight hard, fight fair, fight clean. If you want to touch gloves, do so now.
Alistair Overeem, Fabricio Werdum, the Strikeforce World Grand Prix quarterfinal. This is the rematch.
Okay, first round, you ready to fight? You ready to fight? Bring it out, come on.
We begin.
Both fighters bigger than their last Strikeforce appearances. Overeem 3 pounds heavier than when he fought Rogers. Werdum 7.5 pounds bigger than when he defeated Fyodor Emelianenko. It's Werdum coming out with the strikes early on.
That's what he needs to do. He can't stay at the end of the punches of Overeem. Overeem squatted nice and low. He's got all his power pent up right there.
Werdum training and striking with noted Muay Thai trainer Rafael Cordero.
Nice sprawl by Overeem. He says, Werdum, get up. He's right.
He knows the game.
Oh, he catches the kick, drops him again.
Oh, that's gotta wear on the nerves of Fabricio.
You know, Werdum said that Overeem was his son after he defeated him in 2006. I don't think he's going to get a Father's Day card from Overeem.
Fabricio Werdum told us, I want to get this fight on the ground. Alistair Overeem told us,
good luck.
I'm not going to the ground.
It doesn't look like he's going there.
He's Look at the strength of Alistair Overeem.
And Werdum is telegraphing the takedown, not setting it up whatsoever.
Well, he's nervous about the strikes, and rightfully so. As long as he keeps punching, though, he'll be able to get some penetration on that shot. The moment he stops punching, he's going to be in trouble. Oh, he's looking at the feet. He's going to come up with a knee. Werdum looking for all kinds of ways to get this down.
Good head movement by Overeem.
And he shook it off and said, nope.
Big right hand, missing by Overeem.
Werdum pulls guard momentarily.
And Overeem just stands up. Oh, body shot blocked though by Werdum.
Liver shot there.
As long as Werdum stays aggressive with this punching.
2 minutes ago in the first round, scheduled for 3. Interesting strategy being applied by both fighters in the first.
Now, one thing that Werdum can do is kick and kick hard, because it's okay if he falls to his back after a kick. That's where he wants to be.
Werdum shooting again, another sprawl. And Overeem just stands up and makes the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt get to his feet.
And to do a wrestling takedown, to get down there, squat, and propel yourself forward takes a lot of energy.
He's not doing what Fyodor Emelianenko did when Werdum was on his back and going into his guard.
Nice left hook by Overeem. And that's what Fabricio Werdum did against Fyodor Emelianenko.
He lured him.
He lured him in.
That's right. People thought that he was actually hit with a punch. He says he wasn't. He wanted Fyodor to think he was hurt.
Nice right hand by Werdum and a slam by Overeem. What strength, folks.
Manhandling him. Please come down.
Please come down. Overeem thinking about it and says, no, get up. What about this strategy here, Frank?
It's a brilliant strategy. I mean, this is the game. You know, striker versus grappler. This is what you do. Overeem's got far more power and understanding of the striking, as well as confidence. He's only counterpunching now and measuring.
Very impressive strategy, just getting him right back up.
And Moro, you called a lot of fights around the world. How often do you see something like this?
Well, this is, again, it's a strategy that's very important. That, you know, now here we see Werdum wanting him where he wants him, but time is running out, and the clock's his biggest enemy. Antonio Silva, of course, wants to face Fabricio Werdum. He'll face the winner of this fight. Werdum handing him a defeat earlier in his Strikeforce career.
And here's the game. He made his intentions clear. He picked the leg. He jumped out of the way. Alistair Overeem keeping enough distance so there's no ground game whatsoever. And he's taking shots because he's only worried about the takedown, but he's so confident, so strong in his position. This is what he's going to do each and every time. And this was the first big shot that landed and dropped Fabricio Werdum. Halfway blocked by his hand, but a good solid left hook that he kind of paused and then threw out there.
CompuStrike telling a crazy story. Werdum threw more strikes. Overeem 3 for 3 in takedowns. Werdum 0 for 6.
Round 2. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. This is the Strikeforce World Grand Prix quarterfinal heavyweight bout between Alistair Overeem, who is the Strikeforce champion. His belt is not on the line tonight. He's in black against Abu Dhabi champion Fabricio Werdum, who's coming off the biggest victory of his career as he submitted the great Fyodor Emelianenko for his first legitimate loss. There's a knee by Werdum, now a knee by Overeem.
Overeem with great wrestling, hip through the knee and then pulled him out, turned him sideways. And one of the reasons Overeem is getting hit, is he's really squared up because he's just waiting to power punch and stop that takedown.
And yet he's showing improvement in his striking as well. Connecting with a nice combination, but frustrated that unable to get Overeem to the ground and keep him there.
Oh, nice takedown this time by Werdum. A scramble. Overeem gets back to his feet. And a knee by Overeem. Excuse me, by Werdum. Another knee. Right hand by Werdum.
This is the game that Werdum wants to play. He thinks Overeem will get tired.
Got to be careful with that distance. Werdum landing some strikes here. Now wants to pull guard again.
There's a leg up on the head.
Shades of Fyodor Emelianenko and Werdum, but Overeem able to walk away.
Overeem's getting up slower and slower. Werdum's getting up slower and slower. And last time his leg was hurt a little bit. You saw him limp.
Nice left hook by Overeem. Now he goes downstairs, upstairs with the right hand.
That was a big shot. That left hook was a really big shot.
Looping right hand by Alistair Overeem. Werdum looks awfully tired.
He took 2 big shots.
But all those failed takedown attempts, Frank,
That's a lot of energy. Plus, psychologically, you get in there, and your biggest, attempt to change position gets thwarted.
And this is not an opportunity for Werdum to rest. Referee admonishing him, imploring him to get back to his feet immediately.
Overeem ripping up, right hand. Werdum pulls him into his guard.
Overeem's got to stand up. His corner's yelling for him to stand up.
They're both just Werdum resting.
And the last time they fought, you called the fight. How did Werdum set him up, Mo?
Well, this is the thing. I mean, Overeem actually looked very good in the early going of that fight and actually had 5 of 7 takedowns in the opening fight, but it was Werdum who was able to exploit Overeem's relative inexperience on the ground at the time, able to reverse him from the back, snatch the left arm, grab the Kimura. I think Overeem has learned very well from that lesson, and as you've seen tonight, frustrating Werdum at every juncture.
Overeem's doing a good job on the ground, keeping his head right in the center. That's going to stop the hips from coming out of Werdum and stop the submission holds from happening.
And Overeem makes Werdum get up once again. Werdum trying to rest, lazily getting to his feet.
If I were Overeem, I'd take advantage of that, Frank.
Yeah.
As soon as he's getting up, showing that lackluster, and there he is. Again, that hurt him, that knee. Yes, he's pulling guard, but that hurt him.
He's pulling up his ankle strap there. Werdum is demoralized. That knee landed too.
Werdum controlling Overeem's posture. Foot on the hips now to the close guard, but nothing doing for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt on the bottom. Yes, one of the best bottom games in the sport.
"37 seconds to go in the second round, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. This is the Strikeforce World Grand Prix quarterfinal heavyweight bout. Alistair Overeem, the Strikeforce heavyweight champion, on top in black. Fabricio Werdum, the 2-time Abu Dhabi champion and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, on bottom. In our first Grand Prix fight of the night, Josh Barnett with a decisive win over Brett Rogers.
Yes, setting up the semifinal fight with Sergey Haratana. Fans not liking the action here, though, in Dallas. And really, Overeem said he was going to come out uber aggressively going for the knockout. That's not necessarily the case.
Fabricio Werdum looks like he's been winded since late in the first round.
Third and final, gents. Come on. Right back. Right back. Okay, third and final. You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Bring it on. Come on.
Less than a minute of the opening round was contested on the ground. In round 2, much more even. And here Werdum again feeding Overeem.
Good counter right hook there, and another one.
How do you have it after 2 rounds, Frank?
I think Overeem's running away with it so far, but he's getting tired now. That's starting to concern me.
Overeem, Frank, so strong.
He's strong, but he's doing a lot of power moves, and that costs a lot of energy. This is a position I did not expect to see him in.
Wrist control. Go.
Oh, Werdum trying to roll through and
Monkey roll.
monkey roll.
Catch as catch can.
Seen a little bit of monkey business in this fight, actually. Werdum was just wanting it on the ground, and he gets hurt again, but yet he uses that to pull guard. I don't know if it's the smartest strategy to take shots like that.
He's punching first, though. That's what's keeping him in the game. As long as he keeps striking, he can jump to that every time
Yeah, but he
Overeem
gets
comes with
hit
a counter.
with a hard counter before or after.
There's no other way.
Yeah.
Overeem's puffing now. Look at him, he's puffing.
Well, Overeem said he wanted to use this tournament to make a statement while he's controlling this fight. Not exactly the fireworks that fans here in Dallas anticipated.
Overeem had a 4-month training camp for this. He said he's the biggest, longest, strongest camp you've ever had, but he's winded. I can see him puffing from here.
The reason it was so long is because there was talk that they would meet in April, but here it is taking place in June, a month that's been very good to Fabricio Werdum. Of course, last June, shocking Fedor, and again, here's the monkey business I'm talking about.
And that's been the theme of this fight. Nice right hand by Werdum.
The funny thing is, Werdum is connecting on Overeem, like he's scoring. And I don't know if it's just Overeem not respecting his striking power, lulling him into his false sense. He's got to be very careful. Overeem's been knocked out before.
And Overeem's just power punching. He's not doubling up. He's just looking for power punches every single time.
6 of his 11 losses have been via form of KO for Overeem. And the last time he was knocked out, none other than Sergey Haratonov, who of course is in the tournament. And in fact, Haratonov lost to Werdum in Pride via split decision, but holds a KO win over Overeem. And more I see of the tournament, the more maybe Haratonov may not be a dark horse after all. He and Barnett, very intriguing semifinal matchup. And again, Antonio Silva, I think, has to like what he sees out of these two guys in terms of what he can do to impose his will and skill. I don't know if I'm impressed with either of these two guys tonight, Frank.
Well, this is a tough matchup. I mean, stylistically very, very tough. And they both burned a lot of energy.
Conditioning is key.
1:28 to go in the third and final round. And the fans start to chant, stand them up.
Not exactly what you want to hear in the main events in the quarterfinal round. Overeem needs to get more aggressive here.
And Werdum just should start turning those hips and changing angles. He's got good wrist control. He's in good position to start flowing those holds.
A minute to go in the third and final round of the Strikeforce World Grand Prix quarterfinal bout between Alistair Overeem and Fabricio Werdum. And this is not what we thought we'd see.
Nope.
There's some arm control.
And Overeem's got to go for it.
Yeah, he's got to go for it. He's got to get the legs up. He's got to start turning those hips, give his back, do something.
And Overeem will stand Werdum up once again with 30 seconds remaining in the round.
And then credit Werdum, he is taking Overeem shots. He's marked up his face, but he's showing a lot of grit.
I think in the striking, he's landing more in the striking.
Exactly, in this round.
Now some blood coming out of the nose of Alistair Overeem.
There's a leg lock. Knee bar.
7 seconds.
Knee bar, but the knee's getting past the groin.
Werdum threw more strikes and landed more strikes in that third round, but not the main event that we had hoped for here in Dallas. And Valentine Overeem seems to be content, of course, coming off a disappointing loss early, but having got his brother Alistair into martial arts at 15 and watching him become the Strikeforce heavyweight champion, the K1 World Grand Prix champion, but after a scintillating 2010, not exactly the start to 2011 that we expected from Alistair Overeem, and for Fabricio Werdum, just couldn't solve the size, and while he got it to the ground, was unable to do much.
Nah, I was kind of disappointed that we didn't get a finish out of it, but
let's take a look at the numbers here, Frank, in terms of fight time. And again, 8:04 in the stand-up, very, very close, and they were each in their own respective domains and unable to do much. I mean, Overeem did hurt Werdum for the majority of the fight, and I think that's why he will take this 30-27. But again, if you're Alistair Overeem, are you impressed with your performance?
I kept to say no. I mean, especially as big as he talked and as big as he was coming.
And how much is at stake in this tournament?
I think it's going to give these guys confidence.
Especially his Silva.
Good back and forth here. Good back and forth. And you know what? Werdum was really starting to come on in the striking area. As Alistair fatigued out, he was only one punching it. He was only power punching it. Werdum coming with combinations, reaching, you know, good balance, good center, and following up that knee. A couple of those knees landed on Overeem, and I wonder if some of those knees tired him out. But Overeem did not finish with the strength he thought he would, that we thought he would. This is a tough bout. A good position. I mean, going for it all the way to the end. Fabricio Werdum, he had a heel hook and knee bar combination. That foot right there from Alistair Overeem, keeping that hold from actually happening, and time ran out.
All right, here with the official decision, once again, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Doc Hamilton, scores the bout 29-28. Judges Cecil Peoples and Kerry Hatley both score the bout 30-27. All 3 in favor of the winner. Continuing to the semifinals of the Strikeforce Heavyweight World Grand Prix, the Demolition Man, Alistair Overeem.